This video is going to be an Instagram ads tutorial, how to run Instagram ads for beginners in 2020. So the first thing to know about Instagram ads is that you do not want to run them from inside of your account on your phone. We've all seen that blue promote button, and if you're here on this video, it's likely that you've used that blue promote button, but I'm here to tell you, don't do that, stop doing that. What you actually need to do is learn how to run Facebook ads. Facebook owns Instagram, and smartly so, they put Instagram advertising inside of Facebook advertising. And so by learning the basics of Facebook advertising, you learn how to run Instagram ads. And the main reason you want to use Facebook ads to run your Instagram ads instead of using that blue promote button is because that blue promote button is actually quite limited when it comes to targeting audiences. Yes, there's audiences there. Yes, you can do some targeting, but the targeting and the options is way better inside of Facebook ads. And also, you're gonna know after this how to run Facebook ads, which is super dope. So the first thing that you need to do is make sure that you have a Facebook ads account set up. And if you're going to be using multiple Facebook pages, if you're going to be selling multiple products, if you're going to be running ads for other people, maybe other clients, then you want to create a Facebook Business Manager account, because what that's going to allow you to do is house all of your Facebook pages, all of your Instagram accounts. You add and remove users, so if you hire someone to help you run ads or something like that. Basically, if you're going to run more ads and do more than just one very simple Instagram account or something like that, then you're most likely going to want to set up a Facebook Business Manager account. And I've, lucky for you, created really good videos on how to set them up. So make sure and check out my videos on how to set up your Facebook Business Manager account, and then also the tutorial and walkthrough on how to use Facebook Business Manager. And then also, this would be a good time to point out that I have an entire Facebook ads playlist. If you navigate my channel to the playlist, you can find full playlist of different topics there, so definitely make sure and go check out my Facebook ads playlist. Now, if you're just going to keep it simple and you don't need to set up a Facebook Business Manager account, then just go to the home page, signed into your Facebook account, and then up here in the top right, click that little down arrow, scroll down to Manage Ads, give that a click. Then if you haven't set anything up yet, it'll probably give you a couple prompts to set some stuff up. I already have it set up, so I'm going to click into my account right here. So this right here is your Facebook Ads Manager, and this is where you're going to create and run all of your ads from. So if you look right here, there's these four main tabs: Account Overview, Campaigns, Ad Sets, and Ads. And I'm not going to go super in-depth into this right here, but if you want to check out this video, I go very in depth on how to set up and structure and name everything. But basically, just to give you the general structure here, you're going to create a campaign, and then inside of a campaign you're going to create ad sets, and then inside of those ad sets you're going to have your ads. So campaign, ad set, and then inside of your ad set is where you're going to choose your targeting, who you're going to send your ad to, which is extremely important, which is why we're using Facebook ads instead of the blue promote button. And then you have your ads, which is the creative portion where you have your image or your video. So let's dive right into this here and create a campaign. Do that just by clicking this big green button right here. And we're gonna select guided creation. And then it's going to give you, so there's several different ways you can set up ads here, Instagram ads specifically, since that's what we're doing. And it's going to be dependent on what your goals are, what you're trying to accomplish. So the first one I'm going to walk through is, we're just going to say that we're trying to grow your Instagram account. We're trying to get more followers, more eyeballs on your Instagram account. The second one I'm going to show you is how to create a leads campaign so you can collect leads for your business. And then number 3 is going to be for if you're selling product. So I'm going to show you how to set up those ads, get your ads to show up in people's Instagram feeds and Instagram stories where you're advertising your product, and then they click and buy your product. And I'm going to show you how to track that so you know if your advertising is profitable or not. So the first one right here, like I said, is how to grow your Instagram account. And so this is going to be very similar to if you just go into your Instagram account and promote a post, but we're going to do a better job at that. The campaign we're going to set up is engagement right here. So you're going to want to click that. And then right here is where you're going to choose if you want post engagement, page likes, event responses. In this case, we want to choose post engagement. And then what we're going to do is actually choose a post from our Instagram account that we want to promote but we're going to be able to pick better audiences than if we did that inside of our Instagram account. These options right here are going to be a little bit more advanced. I'm not going to really jump into those right here, but you can just make sure you can just have those clicked off. You're not going to need those on. Click continue. And then now, so you notice over here in the left column, it breaks it down by campaign, ad set, and ad. Now we're in the ad set section, and this is where we're going to begin to choose our audience. And this is our audience is everything. Targeting is everything. Not everything, but it's a huge piece of the formula. Because if you're sending your ad, your post to the wrong people, to people that don't care about it, then it's never going to get any engagement. You're never going to get any new followers. But if you put it in front of the right audience, then they'll like it, they'll engage with it, they'll click into your profile, they'll follow you, and your account will grow. So up here you can choose your ad set name, and by the way, if we click back here, you can set the campaign name, which I just neglected, but you can do that. Again, go watch my video on how to set up, structure, and name all this. But custom audiences, I'm also not going to get into that in this video. I have videos on that, so if you want to learn what that is, go check that out. So right here's where you can choose location. So let's throw United States in here. And let's say that I'm just trying to target people in the United States. And then you can select an age range right here. You can select gender right here, and then you can select detailed targeting right here. And the detailed targeting section is the main reason that we want to use Facebook ads instead of promoting from inside of our Instagram account. So let's say, for example, maybe my Instagram account's about gaming, maybe specifically about Fortnite. So I could type in Fortnite right here. And I could select that, and if you look over here on the right side, it gives you some data and it tells you what the audience size is based off of the targeting that you have currently inputted. Now if we did this from inside of Instagram, yes, it would allow us to select Fortnite and married, but it would not allow us to narrow, which is an extremely big deal. So on Instagram, for example, if we selected Fortnite and married, well, Instagram or Facebook could show the ads to Fortnite people that are single, but also could show it to just married people that aren't even interested in Fortnite. But when we narrow, for sure these people like Fortnite, and for sure these people are married, the people that our ads getting shown to. So that's why this gets powerful. And then also, I've chosen some fairly broad ones here, Fortnite and married, but you can definitely find some smaller audiences inside of this detailed targeting in Facebook ads that you just won't be able to find at all inside if you're promoting the post from inside of Instagram. And this little box right here where it says expand your detailed targeting to reach more people, Facebook might have that automatically clicked on for you. Make sure to click that off. You do not want that on. That's just Facebook trying to steal more of your money. All right, so let's finish setting this up. Let's say we want to only want to show our ad to men that are married in like Fortnite, and let's say 18 to 24. So this is an odd this is kind of odd targeting, but you know, maybe you'd have a specific reason for this kind of targeting. But when we do that, we'll see that we have a potential reach of 210,000 people. So Facebook's saying, hey, you want 18 to 20-year-old men that like Fortnite and that are married, I've got 210,000 of those for you. But obviously they're not going to just put our ad in front of all of those people for free, so we have to pay for that, which is where these estimated daily results come into play. Now this section is kind of nice and kind of not, because sometimes the data is accurate, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it'll say that how you have your targeting set up, you won't get any like results. It's saying like that it won't work, but I've run plenty of campaigns where it says that and they do work just fine. So it's kind of nice, but it also kind of doesn't work. So don't kind of look at it, but don't pay too much attention to it. All right, let's scroll down here to the placement section. This is where we're going to tell Facebook that we want to run these ads on Instagram. Now, since we have chosen an engagement campaign, we're taking one of our posts and running it as an ad to this Fortnite audience that we've selected. Because of that, we won't be able to run ads in Instagram stories. This is only going to work for Instagram feed. I'll show you in just a second how to run Instagram stories. I'm going to show you that in the second and third campaign types that we're going to set up. So right here where it says platforms, we want to click off Facebook and audience network and just leave Instagram selected. If you want to, for some reason, target people with just certain devices, you can use that option here, whether that's desktop or mobile. If you don't have a specific reason to do just desktop or mobile, then you probably want to leave both of those on, but Nowadays there oftentimes is plenty of reason to maybe just go mobile because so much is happening just on mobile. But anyways, that's for you to decide. All right, if you scroll down, you'll see all of these boxes have been clicked off except for the Instagram feed and Instagram Explorer, and that's because we deselected these platforms up here. And so this is pretty straightforward. If you want your post to go into people's Instagram feed, select Instagram feed. If you want it to go into people's Explore section, you can select that right here. And you can send it to just one at a time. You can send it to both of them. My personal strategy and take on this, and you'll hear me talk about this in other videos, is when it comes to targeting, I like to separate everything out as much as I can. And the reason for that is because when the data comes back, it's much easier to see if something was successful, exactly where that success was coming from, so then you can drill deeper down into that targeting. But if you have like too much compiled into the same ad set, when you get the data back, maybe you had some success, but you're not really going to know, did that success come from Instagram feed or from Instagram Explorer? So anyways, that's my thoughts on why I like to separate stuff out. But this right here, so in this case, let's just choose Instagram feed. And then down here, the last thing we need to choose for the ad set is the budget and schedule. Cost control right here. Don't worry about that. That's good for once you've already ran some ads and got data back and you kind of know what your costs are. But if you just don't have any clue, then it's better probably just to leave this blank. Budget and schedule, you can choose daily budget or lifetime budget. I usually just like to choose daily budgets, but lifetime budgets also can work. And then the dollar amount, that's obviously up to you. But if you change this, I put 300, the estimated daily results over here will change. Again, remember, not super always crazy accurate, but it's some sort of gauge for you. I'm going to change this back to, let's just say like 55. I'm going to click continue. All right, so now we're in the ad section, and this is where we're going to choose which post we're going to run as an ad. At the top here, again, you can set a name for your ad. Under this identity section, you're going to need to select your Facebook page and your Instagram account. And you'll have to make sure that those are connected if they're not already connected. And then come down here, and then the creative section is where you'll select post. So it's really simple, just give that a click. Your post will come up here. You can select whichever one you want, click continue, and then you'll get a preview over here on the right. In this case, you most likely want to just ignore this call to action, add a button thing that's going on here, because if you try to do that, it's going to force you to put in a website. But since we're just taking a post on our account and running that as an ad to the audience, the targeting that we've selected, we don't need to worry about that. And then Facebook Pixel app events, offline events, you don't need any of those for what we're doing right now. So you can just click confirm, and once you click confirm, your ad will run. First it goes into review, Facebook reviews it, but once it's reviewed and approved, that's it, your ad's running. It's getting shown to those 18 to 24-year-old married men that play Fortnite or that like Fortnite. All right, the second thing I want to show you how to do now with Instagram ads is how to collect leads for your business. So let's go create a new campaign, and then right here, what we're going to do under the consideration column, we're going to select a lead generation campaign. Now what this lead generation campaign is going to do is when the ad shows up in people's Instagram feed or in their Instagram story, they'll be able to click it, their information will auto-populate into it, and they can just click done, and their information will be submitted to you, and you'll have collected that lead. So it's a form that exists inside of the ad itself, so when they click it, they won't be redirected to any other website or anything like that. If you do want to send people to your website to collect leads, then you'd want to use a traffic campaign, or probably even a conversions campaign. But in this case, we're just going to use the lead generation campaign and set up what's called Facebook lead forms. I'm going to click off budget optimization. Again, you can name your campaign right there. I'm not going to mess with that right now. So first thing, since we're running Instagram ads, this time I'm going to come down to edit placements. I'm going to click off Facebook. And so now it's got Instagram stories, Instagram Explorer, and Instagram feed selected. So it's going to be up to you, whichever one of those you want to pick. Let's just, for the heck of it, go with Instagram stories this time. Now I'm going to come back up here and let's throw a little targeting together. So let's just do the same thing. Let's go 18 to 24, narrowed through, married, budget, sure, let's say $20. So right here it's saying ad set may get 0 leads. I've ran a bunch, and over here the estimated daily results, I've ran a bunch of lead campaigns where it says that, and they do just fine. So it'll sometimes, but that's not to say that all these errors are bogus. Sometimes they're legit. Like this one right here is legit. Terms of service haven't been accepted. You do need to accept terms of service to run lead ads. So just come back up here to where your Facebook page is at, click view terms. I agree to terms and conditions. And now you can come back down to the bottom and it'll let you continue onto the ad section. And this time we won't be choosing a post from our feed. You'll have to input your own image, multiple images, video, whatever it may be. So I'm just going to leave single image selected, and then you can come down here. It'll show you the image on the right. It'll show you how it's showing up in the story right there. You can type in primary text like that, and then it'll give you a preview of your primary text right there. And then right here, the little swipe up, they'll be able to swipe up, and that's when a form will pop up into which their information will auto-populate. They don't have to sit there and type it all in. So they'll swipe up, the form will pop up, their information's in there. All they have to do is click submit. So it's really fast, really easy for them to just hand over their information to you like that. You can click this edit stories background colors, and that'll give you allow you to change the top and bottom color like that. Now we got some red up top. You can add an interactive poll if you want to, but right here, this is where so you're gonna have the form that I'm talking about that pops up where their information is auto-populated. You have to create that form, and this is where you do that right here. So new form. By the way, I have more videos. Again, check out my Facebook ads playlist. I have several really good videos on how to set up lead generation of this type and do it successfully, how to scale those campaigns. So definitely make sure and go check those out. Form type, so it's going to give you the option of more volume or higher intent. That's going to be up to you. Intro, this is where you're just going to be able to, well, that's interesting, it's bringing in all these, so let's just throw that in there for the heck of it. So that's where you'll be able to put a headline. You can upload an image if you want to change that image right there. It'll automatically bring in whatever image you selected for your ad, but if you want to put a different image inside of your lead form right here, you just do that right there. And then paragraph, this is where you type paragraph stuff. All right, questions. This is where you're going to decide what information you want to collect from them. So by default, it has it set to email and full name, but I could delete full name, for example. I could do just maybe I want just their first name. I'm just throwing examples in here, and date of birth. And then privacy policy. This can be a little bit annoying, but you do have to have a privacy policy, and you do have to have a link to it right here. The thank you screen is going to be what they get once it's right here, the submit button. Once they submit, then they'll get the thank you screen, and this is just, again, another opportunity for you to write a headline, some more text. And then the button type, you can choose if it's a download, a call, or a view website. If it's view website, for example, you'll need to throw a link in right there. And then you can save, finish your lead form. Oh, and then right up here up top, you want to name it. So the last one that we're going to do now is how to sell product using Instagram ads. So we're going to come back to our ads manager. We're going to click create to set up a new campaign. This time we're going to choose a conversions campaign. And the reason we want to choose a conversions campaign is because if we just chose traffic, say we're sending people to our website to buy the product, if we just chose traffic, then we wouldn't know which purchases are coming from which ads, assuming that there are purchases. But when we use conversions, Facebook is going to allow us to track everything really, really well. So choose conversions campaign. Again, you can name it right there. I'm going to turn off budget optimization, click continue. Now right here, it's asking me to set up a Facebook pixel. Now the Facebook pixel is what is going to allow you to track everything. So you have to set up your Facebook pixel. And that's an entirely separate video to jump into creating the pixel, how to use the pixel, all that stuff. But for now, just know that you do need to set up the pixel. It is the pixel that's going to allow you to track your conversions. All right, I'm going to scroll down. Targeting section, I'm not going to mess with that this time. I've already been through that a couple times. Edit placement, same thing. Let's select Instagram. This time, let's do explore. and then budget and schedule right there. I'm going to click continue and go to the ad part. Setting this up is going to be pretty much the same as before. You're just going to want to make sure that in the section right here where you're setting up the ad, you need to have your website in there. And then down here at the bottom, Facebook pixel, again, you'll just need to make sure that that is set up and active and working. Once it is all set up, click confirm, and boom, just like that, you're sending people from your Instagram ads to your website and tracking through which ads are you making sales. So now you're a Facebook ads and Instagram ads expert. You can run Instagram ads, you can run Facebook ads, you can grow an Instagram account by running ads, you can collect leads by running ads, and you can sell product by running ads. And one more time, not to sound like a broken record, but do go check out my Facebook ads playlist. There's tons of videos in there that I promise you will find very helpful.